Hello and welcome to this stream, and let me just turn the music down. Thank you so much for everyone who's tuning in. I was just setting up, I haven't turned the TV off. I was just looking at setting up memberships and I thought, I might as well go live because I've got nothing to do. Kelly's not finishing work till 7 tonight. So I thought I might as well go live and just have a quick chat with you all. If you hear any noise in the background, let me know. It should just be the music playing. Pinman, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for your support on all the videos. Angel, thank you so much for tuning in. The Yamburger Boy, thank you so much for tuning in as well. Rich, thanks so much for tuning in as well. And Jeff, thanks so much for tuning in. How am I doing? Very, very warm. Very, very warm. Very warm. That's how I describe how I am. It's warm. It's warm. It's warm. So so yeah, it's just warm. Do you think that if if United don't pay 120 million for Sancho, we should go for Gabriel? I think he is from Lille. I'd go with Sancho. I'd pay the money. That's just me. Heard Swift going to Reading, from Reading. John Swift, is that who I mean? He's always looked fairly good to me. So yeah, it might be a good move. God, my eyes look so blue. Yeah, it makes sense to me. What if Sancho flops? Then they can still sell him for a fair amount of money. That makes sense to me. Just because they can still sell him for a fair amount of money, even if it does go wrong. There will still be value in him abroad. Easy, or Eze, it's Eze, isn't it? Might go to Palace. Now he is quite impressive. I haven't put the chat on for the live stream. Oh no. Right. I didn't notice that. There we are. Will Henderson be back to Blaze next season? Surely he'll be number 2. Surely he'll be number 2. Like surely they need to give him a chance now. Charles, thanks so much for tuning in. I went on your channel the other day, Charles, and you deleted all your videos. Hi to Alex, thanks so much for tuning in. It's just United are hesitating to do, so I was wondering if I was Woodward, I would go for Sancho. Yeah, it makes sense to me. There's so much value in that transfer. When is my next watch along? I don't know. I was having a look at earlier. I was going to do one on Thursday, but I got some things on my mind. No, I had to help build some shelves, which are now here. I think. Can't see, but got all Kelly's makeup in. Right, I was thinking about streaming Wolves versus Sevilla on Tuesday evening, or Tuesday night, 8 o'clock kickoff. But I do have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, so please bear that in mind. So if there isn't a stream, it's probably because I'm tired. So yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning, I have to get up for work. If not, then when? I'm not sure. Certainly, though, they will be back for the next season. What team do I support? I support Hereford, who play in National League North. I talk about it in every single video, even if it's nothing to do with Hereford at all. I still somehow managed to bring it back to Hereford. Good afternoon, Mike. Mark, thanks so much for tuning in. How's you? So I heard you got Sancho, but didn't he leave City before? Yeah, so he was at City. He was originally started off at Watford, and then he went to City, and then he wouldn't sign a new contract at City because he didn't want to. He wanted to play. So he went to Dortmund for £8 million. Do you think City will win the Champions League? I think they might get knocked out by Lyon because they really struggled against Lyon. Was it last season? I think it was. So I think they might be able to beat them again. Also, so I have a question. Many people are saying Hendo will be at the Blades, but he is meant to be going to United. So is he going to United? Well, obviously he'll go back to United. It's just a case of they won't sell him, surely. I think they should give him a go. I really, really do. I really think they should give him a go. If he's no good, they can put him back out on loan, can't they? Imagine the scenes of Atalanta. I mean, the scenes would be just players, won't it? Because there'll be no fans. It doesn't say. I hate how it doesn't say. If I make this smaller, that's better. 12 people watching. Thanks so much, everyone who's tuned in. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button. So yeah, how would we feel about? Obviously, you don't have to donate money, but memberships. I put some little graphics in for everyone that's interested. I think they look pretty cool. Guys, Mike is a really Leeds fan. I will be covering Leeds a lot next season, I think. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they got to the semis or something. National League, at least you're loyal. Yes, National League North. I've watched them as high as League One. League One, we finished bottom of League One in 2009, and I've seen them as low as a 9th tier. Interesting little side note about a 9th tier. Hereford had a player that season when they went up from the Midlands Football League Premier Division, finishing runners-up in the FA Vase as well, called Mustafa Bundu. Mustafa Bundu is from Sierra Leone and could not play while he was doing his studying in this country any above the 9th tier. So Hereford signed him because he was based in Gloucestershire at the time. He's just signed for Anderlecht in. He's just signed for Anderlecht in Belgium, and he's signed for €3 million. So if Hereford would have had 20% of that, then it wouldn't even be. It would just be the best thing ever. But obviously, it's more important that he goes on with his career than anything to do with Hereford. It was good to hear the Champions League out from last night, and probably for the first time me in a few years, thanks to EE. Right, yes, it's because it's not on. It's not even highlights aren't even on ITV anymore, are they? Where did they finish this season? They finished. I can't remember actually because the season finished. I'll have a look for you. The good thing about having two monitors. My girlfriend was like, you don't need two monitors. Yeah, if somebody asks a question, I need to look up quickly. 16th. I thought they finished 17th, so I wasn't too far away. Great job reaching the 6th league. Hopefully they'll go to National League, and it would be exciting to see Hereford in League 2 in 21-22. I'd go nuts if Hereford got promoted to the conference. I don't mind the Football League. God, the latency or whatever it's called is so low. I'll put my hand up here and I'll tell you when I see it. Right, up. 1, 2, 3. All right, okay. It's not as fast as I thought. It's just gone really slow. That makes me look weird. Jack, thanks so much for tuning in as well, my friend. Hi, Lan on the road to the Champions League. Hi, it's Sam Goodall. I've not seen you for a while. Hi, Sam. Thanks so much for tuning in. Lan are based in Northern Ireland. I missed European football on ITV. Oh, it was good with old Clive, Clive's now something to do with Rangers FC. What do you think could win the Premier League and be a threat to Liverpool and Manchester City? Who do you think? Sorry. Chelsea and United, depending on their summer. Chelsea have signed Ziyech and they've signed Timo Werner. They're also going to sign a goalkeeper, so they could be better under Lampard. Manchester United have been in great form since the arrival of Bruno Fernandes, and it looks like so might be joining as well. And they'll probably spend a lot more money as well because they have a lot of money. Miss Melina, thanks so much for tuning in. I subscribed to you earlier. Hi. I am also going to London on Tuesday. Hopefully you will see something else exciting happening next week. I'm going to London in October for the first time since 2000 and I suppose I went to football since 2016 when I went to Wembley, but I've never actually been into London. I don't have. Oh, I do have stream alerts on here. Brilliant. Sky or BT should have signed Clive. I suppose he does like what's it called? Freelance, doesn't he? I suppose he does freelance. Redditch United have signed Jermaine Pennant, and I heard that he has moved back to Birmingham. Interesting. Redditch are based in Worcester, right? So Worcestershire. So yeah, that makes sort of sense why he would be in that sort of climate. That is a strange move, though, isn't it? La Liga over Premier League. Now the thing is, the Premier League are starting to look a bit better in the Champions League. Obviously, Liverpool won it last year. Tottenham finished runners-up, and the year before that, Liverpool got to the semi-final. So England are starting to do a bit better in the Champions League, which was one big gulf between the two leagues. This must be crazy, but I think United have a chance doing the charge of the Prem. Since David De Gea has learnt his lessons, we might get Sancho, and our attack is on fire right now. Our defence is doing good. Yeah, potentially. I can't see it. I can't see it happening, but strange things have happened. You got that right, Worcestershire, mate. Yeah, I don't understand why I got so confused, because I literally used to live over the road from Worcestershire, so yeah, I literally used to use between Shropshire, well, obviously I grew up, and Worcestershire was over here. And I used to be able to drive between the two very, very, very seldomly. I think fans should be allowed in stadiums in September as the season starts, given the scenes on the beach in places like Brighton and Bournemouth. Yes, LCFC JJ, thank you so much for tuning in. And Jeff, I did see that they made an offer for Ramsdale. That goes to show me that maybe Dean Henderson is definitely moving on and they're looking for a replacement. Man, you won't do anything. Says Rich. Yeah, I think October seems the right sort of time. You know, I suppose it's like a different sort of. My football head says, get them back in as soon as possible because we need people in the stadiums to make the atmospheres better and everything like that. But having said that, it doesn't make a lot of sense for us to rush in and have a spike of infections. So I am happy to wait till October. I think there should be more football on TV until then. So how's life in Herefordshire near Wales? Bet you must have bunches of sheep in your county. I'm from Greater Manchester. I don't actually live. I've never lived in Herefordshire. My girlfriend lived in Herefordshire, for those that care. But now we live together in Devon, in Exeter. I lived in a place called Shropshire before, which is just above Herefordshire, and it is very, very small. One of the smallest counties, and I think it's one of the few counties without a city in it. So there we are. I support Hereford, who play in the National League North, which are just delightful to be a part of. They were in 2008-9. They were in the same league as Leicester. For those that care. I saw one. How is Alfie? Yes, and Rich asked how Alfie is. Yeah, Alfie is doing okay. He's asleep and has been asleep for most of the day because it's so hot. He did go outside and have a lie down in the grass earlier. But yeah, he's doing okay. It'd be funny if the PFA manager stopped the salary cap due to what the FL did. I'm not sure how it would all work, to be fair. They might be able to. I'm not sure. So sorry I forgot. That's okay. Right, Cornwall, Truro doesn't really count as a city, does it? Yes, Truro is a city. I assume it must have a cathedral, which is the same with like Herefordshire has a city because it has a cathedral. So that is something. Obviously, it's like some places are just big enough to not have a cathedral, and they're big enough to be classed as a city. But some places don't have a cathedral and are massive, i.e. Reading, and are still classed as towns. But yeah, Truro is a city. Leicester are in Europe. Yeah, brilliant. I was just hoping you'd get into the Champions League, my friend, but that didn't happen. I take it you're from the Vichy Shavad Hana Prava? Is that how it's pronounced? Stream. That was a long time ago. Technically, there is a county called the City of London, and that doesn't have a city in it because the whole place is a city. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose, but London, it's a city of London, isn't it? I don't know. Either way, Shropshire doesn't have a county. City. I have an idea. Name a county that has the most populous towns and cities with populations at least above 40,000. So a lot of places have above 40,000. Because Shropshire's biggest county is the black sheep of Shropshire, which is Telford, which is insanely rough and full of horrible people. So it's not as tough as full of horrible people. That's the wrong thing. But there's some things that go on in Telford that are not very nice. Telford is a hotspot for certain crimes. Nick, thanks so much for tuning in, dude. How you doing? A-level results have been downgraded by 40% from teachers' assessments, and GCSEs apparently meant to be downgraded at a similar rate too. Right. Okie dokie. Surely they have to take that into consideration, right? They have to take that into consideration. Brought new Ipswich home shirt, best ever. It's got the 1981 club badge. I'll have to have a look at that. My keyboard is on a pen. Here we are. Oh, that is nice, Rich. UEFA Cup 40 years. That is nice, Nick. That makes sense to me. I've never been to Shropshire, but it does look nice from what I've seen. Well, obviously it has its rough parts, Telford, but it is a really, really nice county overall. We have lots of nice old stuff. Nice, I have to check it out. Hi, 92, thank you so much for tuning in. How you doing, my friend? If you haven't already, guys, I'd really appreciate a like on the video. That would be great. How many likes have we got so far? Let me have a look. 8 likes I have on mine. Is that right? That might not be right. Anyway, is it true Lundstrom leaving due to contract problems with coronavirus? I doubt he'd leave, to be fair, but he might want to move to a bigger club because he has done well this season. Some people in Scotland got lower results than what they got in their mocks. You see, some people, I know someone, right, and this person, if they watch this stream, will know who I'm talking about, who puts in, on their GCSEs, very, 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 very little revision, and didn't bother with didn't bother with a lot of things, and they ended up getting fine results. But if this would have happened when they were in GCSEs, they would have not done very well at all, and they are pretty clever. How about a county trying to name a county with the smallest population? I don't know, so I would guess Cornwall. Yamboy, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope to see you again. Do you think Chelsea will turn things around against Bayern Munich tonight? No, I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Jack Smith, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm doing well, my friend. How are you? Leeds go up to the Premier League, but no fans could go. It is quite ironic, isn't it? Yeah, disappointing for Leeds that they won't be able to go in straight away. Imagine what it's going to be like when they all come back. It'll be such a great atmosphere at Ellen Road. Where I am is a part of the lockdown, but South Coast have people flocking to beaches. Whatever reason, Jack, whatever reason, and I don't know what the reason is, I wouldn't like to speculate. In the northwest, the infection rate is incredibly high. Incredibly high. Down south, where I live, and further east, the infection rate is a lot lower. So if you went to the beach in Lancashire, so let's say you went to Morecambe, there'd be more chance of you spreading the coronavirus than if you were in, let's say, Exmouth. So yeah, I did see that you and Theo would be in that sort of bubble, but it's not really a lockdown, is it? It's just that you can't go around people's houses, as you just said. Hi Edward, thank you very much for tuning in. Hi, I'm a Watford fan. Who do you think should be our manager? My thought was Chris Hughton. It's going to be somebody brave. I'd like to see maybe somebody a little bit who's done well and deserves something big. But I saw that bloke from Barnsley was linked, so I'm not sure. It'd be left field. It'd be totally out of the blue. What happens if fans can't go for a while and Leeds get relegated and it takes Leeds another decade to get promoted? Am I sub to you? I'm not sure. I might be sub to you, dude, but I can't see. I think I probably am. I think fans should be allowed to back them in mid. So it says October. Mid-season next season would be like January. Who do you think will get relegated next season? For me, it's Fulham, Aston Villa, and Brighton. Too early to tell. In Suffolk and Norfolk, COVID is so low. Everyone listen to the. Somebody's trying to contact. Oh no, she's trying to bloody contact me. Are you talking about me? Yes, I was talking about her. How could you know? How did she know? How did she know? How did she know? Theo, thanks so much. I need to get a new computer chair. Theo, thanks so much for tuning in, dude. How you doing, my friend? I'm doing well, actually. As you asked, I'm doing good. How are you? If Watford keep some of their players, I think they'll get promoted, or at least be players. Yeah, I would expect so. I want to do a collab soon. I have to check. Good to hear you're doing okay. Also, what do you think? Do you think Liverpool will win the league next? Do you think Liverpool will win the league next season? I think they have to strengthen, but I think they might. She is always watching. It does feel that way. I was like, oh, I can say that, and I don't have to say who it is because they don't have to like she won't know I'm talking about her because she obviously won't be watching. Yes, so we have 2 Leeds fans in the chat, and it's great to know that they are promoted. Oh, she said she literally just put it on. How cute. Where's Alfie? Alfie is he's right here, so you can see his little collar and his face over here. What's your favourite Premier League player in the Premier League this season? I'm a massive fan of Kevin De Bruyne. I just think everything he does is absolutely amazing. I hope when the season starts, if we start poorly in the first 9 games, fans don't become impatient and want the manager gone. Barry lost 6 out of 9 at the start of the season, then lost 3 in the league. It would make sense. It would make sense to stick with him just for now, but I suppose there's more opportunities to get promoted in the league, in that league, isn't there? So that's something to consider. I still can't believe that they have been promoted. It's unbelievable. It's great news. I can't wait to cover them on the channel. I really can't. As a Tottenham fan, I had hope for at least a trophy, but now with the busy schedule due to Arsenal winning the FA Cup, I'm not so sure. Isn't that a Tottenham thing every promotion? Mike, when you type in here, it takes ages for you to see it on your screen. That's because there's a slight delay. So on my screen, it pops up almost immediately, but by the time I respond to it almost immediately, and then by the time it gets to you, because it has to go through OBS and then to YouTube, it's delayed by a few seconds. So if Liverpool buy Thiago and Jamal Lewis, will they get game time and are they good options? Thiago definitely, TF definitely. Jamal Lewis, one for the future, isn't he? Liverpool will go the league again next season, no doubt about that. Yeah, potentially. What do you think about Juve and Real Madrid going out with the Champions League? So Real Madrid were absolutely terrible. They were playing it around like they were Barcelona. Obviously, they were a very good side, but they were playing like they were It reminded me of seeing sides that shouldn't play around at the back, playing around at the back. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like to me, anyway. Do you not follow City as you've not said anything about them? Yeah, so I still follow. I still obviously follow them, but I don't want to get into it. But yes, I still do follow them. Man City need to find a replacement for David Silva ASAP. He is a Premier League legend and one of City's best ever players. He's there. Phil Foden. I'm back, gone for a bit, but I'm back. So yeah, trying to name a county with the lowest population. I don't know. My guess is Cornwall, Cumbria and Warwick. If I got one right, tell me. The lowest one I would imagine is Rutland, which is near Leicestershire. Jamal Lewis will go to. It makes sense for Jamal Lewis to go. Kind of the same thing when you're watching on the BT Sport app, as it requires Wi-Fi and watching on TV doesn't. Yes, yeah, similar situation there. It is slightly delayed. Yes, Rutland, as Pinman says. Hi to Ollie. Thank you for tuning in. Ollie, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I've got a comment. It's about Beirut. I think that was you. What's your name? Yam Burger. I'm only in to drop a like. I'm busy. Okay, thank you for tuning in, Ollie. What do you think about Coutinho coming back to Liverpool and Willian getting Liverpool on the free transfer? So I've heard Willian going to Arsenal. I've not heard Liverpool. Coutinho, it would make sense if they can get him back for the right price. You should become a Liverpool fan. Yeah. I said to Kelly, Kelly got me this, I haven't got it to hand, but Kelly got me this thing and it's got all of the stadiums on it. So I have to scratch all the ones I've been to. So I scratched off the ones I've been to. And now I just need to do the rest. There are some I'm not looking forward to. Carlisle. And there are some I'm really looking forward to, like Tottenham's new stadium. Ellen Road as well, I'm really looking forward to. And there are some I'm not looking forward to, like Liverpool and Manchester United, particularly Manchester United. So yeah, I have to go to Liverpool Stadium at some point. Rutland doesn't have a city. Yes, Rutland also doesn't have a city because my mum was like, "Oh, shop stadium one without a city," and I was like, "Oh no, because Rutland doesn't have a city because it's tiny." Leeds are up. Yes, congratulations, Ollie. Many people say it's a city. No, I've never heard anyone say Rutland is a city. Hello to Thomas Carter. Thank you much for tuning in. Congratulations. Oh no, you didn't go up, did you? I'll trim that up. Sorry. Bolton are the Man City version of League Two when it comes to hate signing players. The problem is when you've got a club, most clubs are this level, and then Bolton are like this size and this sort of budget. There's always going to be that hatred. Jack, I will check your channel out later. Aurier is good defending but awful at crosses. Good at crosses but awful at defending. Yeah, I can understand that. Of course, we're looking forward to going to Ellen Road. Yeah, I'd love to go to Ellen Road. I really, really am looking forward to going to Leeds. Maybe from a fan's view, getting promoted this season is as bad as you can't visit new grounds. Oh yeah, but I think they take it. You'll be surprised because everyone's like, "Oh, you're so talkative and stuff," and it's like, yeah, I am quite shy in real life. Because I am actually quite shy. Which is very, very strange. 12 likes. I'm not sure if you like the video so far. I've been to Anfield once and I experienced us do what not many do these days and keep a clean sheet. That's very, very good. I remember Northampton went to old Anfield and won. So excluding London, Greater Manchester, Merseyside, Tyne and Wear, Hampshire and Bristol, since they have major cities, which county Nottinghamshire? I don't know. It probably is Leicestershire. I don't know. I have no idea. Not this one. 2015 when they had the likes of Henderson and Coutinho in that team. Very, 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 very good. Later. Right, Nick, thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you again. Grounds I've been to, North South, Old Trafford, John Smith Stadium, Ellen Road, Hillsborough, Pride Park, King Power, Carrow Road, Emirates, London Stadium. I've not been to London Stadium. That would be a good one. I need to have a drink. I don't think I've got a drink to hand. No, I haven't. I'll have to do that later. How long have we been live for? 32 minutes. Thanks so much everyone who's tuned in. So yeah, my videos aren't doing as great as they were when I came back to streaming, which is annoying, but I'm still going to upload regularly. Nida, thanks so much for tuning in. How you doing? Yes, Mike, I told you we would win the FA Cup. Let's go. I did actually say in my predictions video, if you watched it, that Arsenal would win 2-1 thanks to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and that's exactly what happened. So yeah, very, very, very good. Very good on that one. Do you think Sancho's worth 110 million? I don't think anyone's worth 110 million. But no, not really. I'd pay it, but I wouldn't want to pay it because it's so much. I remember now how you got spot on. Cheers. A view from London Stadium is a bit poor, so far from the pitch. It's pretty cool. JC8 Gamer, I think I was tuning in. You came on at the same time as somebody called Exope, who I absolutely thought was one of the best people I've ever had on the channel. But he's not. Since I returned, I took a break in the start of the year. I returned, did a few streams, and he hasn't been on since, which is really disappointing. So if you know who he is, just say I said hi. The view from London Stadium is a bit poor, so from the far from the pitch. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. I didn't actually watch any of the FA Cup final, which was annoying. Makes well have 110 million. Wish somebody spent 110 million on me. Pay me as much as Jane Sanchez is going to get paid. But still. He was on your shirt. So it's a wrestler called Orange Cassidy. Yeah, wrestler called Orange Cassidy. He's quite cool. I don't think Anthony Taylor is biased. I just think he had a poor game in the final. Yeah, I don't think any referee is biased, but yeah, from what I heard, it didn't have a very good. I'd say he's worth 50-60 million. The problem is you're paying for potential. So if he was like 28, he'd probably be worth like 70-80 million. But that extra 30 million or 40 million is because he's so young and could become so much better. Hence why City all those years ago paid so much for Raheem Sterling. Nottinghamshire has 823,000 and Norfolk has the most, 859,000. Interesting. That would be because of Norwich, I would say. Liverpool are looking to sign Sergio Aguero. He would never go there. I'm not missing this one. Liverpool Legends, thanks so much for tuning in. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, I mean, they can't, obviously they're booked in, Jack, I would say, so they can't just not turn up. Or, you know, he hasn't done anything wrong. He hasn't, like, committed a crime. He just had a poor game. So, it surprises me Norfolk has such a large population, even though it is really rural in most parts. Interesting. My phone is on 3%, so I put a charge in. It was good to be on the stream. If you're streaming in it for another 40 minutes or so, I could be counting time. I probably won't be. I'm not sure. I'll probably stream until it just goes a bit quiet. Is Pierre-Emile Højbjerg good? I'm asking this because every compilation makes him look like Pele. Yeah, I think he's quite useful. I think he would be one of the players that should get a move to a higher level and to a better team. So yeah, and obviously it's the highlights make everyone look good, though, don't they? Think of all those Leeds shirts sold and they can't wear them in the ground. Well, they could be playing in League One next season, Nick. Liverpool Legends, thanks so much for tuning in, dude. At least we have fans to shelf shirts too. I'm hoping that I can cover Leeds a lot next season. It'll be pretty cool. That was very, very, very funny. My last stream did 100 views, which is... Mike, do you not fancy getting a Leeds top? Just think it would make me look biased, wouldn't it? Do you think... Hi, Man United 001. Do you think Sancho will move to Manchester United? I don't know. Only if they pay the money. Norfolk is one. The family tree has no branches. I can't wait to see how we do, to be fair. I think you'll be alright. But the problem is, if things go wrong, will they have the balls to sack Bielsa? Because I don't know if they will. But he'd walk away. Football. Alex, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you again. Can't wait to predict scores against Four Blades. Yeah, you seem to do quite well on those last season. Sancho Sargo's annoyed me today. Sign the man. I'd be most happy if see it collapse. Yeah, absolutely. But these things take time, especially when one party wants X amount and one other party wants X amount. It's like having a house, isn't it? And me wanting 300,000 for my house, and somebody being like, "Oh, I'll pay like 200,000 for this house," and I'm like, "I want 300 for this house," and they're like, "Okay, I'll pay 250 for this house," and I'm like, "I want 300 for this house," and then it's like a massive negotiation process. Which leagues are you going to predict the final season for, as all four start on the same date? Don't know. Definitely the Premier League. I think Bielsa will leave before he gets sacked. Yeah, you're probably right. He does seem the kind of person who would walk away. I reckon if Sancho left City, I reckon he'd go back to Germany. He's going to United, not City. City don't want him. Well, I probably do want him, really, but he probably doesn't want to go. It depends on how that season goes, Rich, or Theo, because if he does well, they surely want to like continue the journey. And if it goes like they finish in like 16th place, which is just above the relegation zone, they'll be like, well, probably taking as far as I can. But if they finish in like 10th, then that would be a good indication that they could do better next season, depending on who they sign things. What's happening with Augustin? Is his name? Because I remember Theo being really excited that they signed him, and then he hasn't really featured. And I think they have to pay for him like a lot of money for him. Something tells me those Mancs don't have the money that they say they do. That's why they paid cash. I don't really know what to say. Leeds will do on Norwich. I don't think they will. I think they're the strongest of the three. I quite like Fulham to stay up. Don't know why, but I just would. We're refusing to pay for him because he couldn't keep up with training, and now it's going to court case. Right, okie dokie. That's interesting. I think they'll probably have to pay for him because it's in the contract. But I'm not sure. Obviously, I've never done anything sort of. I don't know. Can't wait for next season. Every team to sing us Premier League, to us Premier League, and yeah, it's quite a big fall. But it's happened to so many teams. It's Kelly's to watch, and I think she's probably at work now. She is at work. I think Fulham will stay up. Interesting. Did a Danny Cowley video. If you want to check it out. JC8. Speaking of Norwich, bye. Thank you for tuning in. Liverpool legend. How do you think West Brom and Fulham are going to perform next season? It depends who they bring in. I could see all of them staying up. I don't think we'll win the Cork Cup battle. No, I don't think so either. It's a tough one. Can't wait till Manchester United win the league. We might be waiting a long time. Leeds, Fulham and Aston Villa will go down. Yeah, I'd say Aston Villa, Sheffield United will probably struggle the next season. Brighton maybe will struggle. Not Villa, so you don't think Villa will stay up. Man United to win the league maybe in 2040. I wonder if Bassini is still interested in the court case, as he apparently said when he withdrew from Charlton. I hope not. So. No, I don't think so. I think that's dead in the water. I think we finished 12. That'd be a great season. Great season. I think all 3 of the promoted teams will stay up. It would be nice to see. It would be nice to see. Nobody talked about. I'm just going to ban him. Nobody talks about Crystal Palace being shambolic during the restart. Yeah, they could struggle. I just hit him. Why did you unhand him? I tell you what's happened. I hid him. Rich also hid him, but I hid him first, so Rich unhid him. That makes sense. If he really loved the club, he wouldn't have got a court case to try and stop the takeover when we were in administration. Yeah, he seemed really weird. I see Leeds having a great season. Yeah, I'd like to see Leeds have a nice season. It'll be great to see him in the league. Matt Hare's not just moving. Saying 3 teams because I hate them. Which 3 teams did you say? Can't see. Up. Leeds, Fulham, and Aston Villa. Right. Okay. I understand why most people hate Leeds. Everyone seems to hate Leeds. Aston Villa. A lot of teams hate those. Fulham are quite an defensive club. I think it could be a bit of a controversial call, but I can't see any of the clubs getting relegated from the Championship immediately going back to the Premier League. I can't see Norwich staying up. Going up even. But I didn't see them get promoted. I can't see Bournemouth. They should be in around there. Watford probably should be in and around there. They'll probably get a lot of money for Sarr, so you can spend that. I think Crystal Palace will be okay. Well, they can always chop and change, can't they? They could bring Big Sam back if things went bad. You beat me to it. I thought that's what happened. I would love Palace to go down for Istanbul and employing that disgraceful manager. What's wrong with just because he didn't work out for you? That doesn't mean he's not going to work out for someone else. And he's been great for them. Won't the titles? I mean, Wigan, Hull, and Charlton to Championship from League One. All right, okay. Hard to say, really. Wigan are in a bit of a mess, aren't they? So, probably not. Hull are also in a bit of a mess. Charlton are also in a bit of a mess. You're probably right. You're probably right. A lot of people I haven't spoken to. Can't think about tuning in, dude. A lot of people in the stream that I haven't seen for a long time. Interesting. If Eddie Howe didn't leave Bournemouth, I think they would have won the league next season. Depends who they brought in, but they do have quite a fairly good squad. When you look at it on paper, they have quite a good squad. Wigan could still be in administration when the season starts, which means no signings allowed until out. So they could have to do what we did and play with the youth until out of administration. The other thing is the season starts later, so they have a bit more time. Oh no, wait, it doesn't. It starts next month, doesn't it? Ignore what I just said. Danny Kelly did good to keep us up, but football was poor and boring, and you could see that the players didn't like it too. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. What have you been doing in lockdown? So I've just been at work. So I got a job literally the day of lockdown. So I've been at work during lockdown the whole time. I'm getting a bit annoyed by this music now. I turn it off. I have just listened to almost an hour of it. So yeah, I just what did everyone else do during lockdown? But yeah, I just worked and walked the dog and spent time with Kelly and that kind of thing. Ever since we won the league, I have been out for my M&Es. If Everton don't perform better, they could go down. I want them to go down. No. Too big. Especially those Manchi established club. They own the FA. Not sure which team you mean. I go back on Monday after 4 months. That's a nice break. Must be weird during full lockdown. No masks were required for you, but now they are. Yeah. I don't know. Mine's downstairs. One thing I had like one of the like surgical ones that they provided with us. So I put it on, and they were just so hot because my face is so big. It was like really, really, really tight on the ears, and it really, really hurt. So I started wearing one that Kelly got, and I used this, and it basically like attaches the strings to the thing, and you put it on the back, so it stops your hurting your ears. So that's yes, that's what I do. But yes, it is really, really weird. I don't actually mind it. There are some people who are like, I'm not wearing a mask. It's like, well, okay. I like have autism. I don't like being confined, but I can still wear a mask. I'm pretty sure, Sandra, you can wear a mask. But obviously, you don't know everyone's circumstances. There's some people who can't wear a mask, and that's absolutely fine. But there are some people who didn't want to wear one, which I found quite weird. Anyway, not up to me. It's up to the staff. But yes, I think they're like trying to crack down on it now. I spent loads of time on YouTube and learned how to edit videos and found great channels. That's great stuff, Nick. Great stuff. I'm not back into work until December, which is pretty unfortunate for me because I've missed it. That's crazy. That's such a long time. Man United, of course, established cheats. Yeah, definitely. During lockdown, my time zone went from the UK to probably LA. Now back to the UK. I was fine because I had to get up at 5 a.m. So my one went from like going to bed at like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning to going to bed at 10:30. We might get half suntan faces with masks. The thing is, I saw something about this the other day, but it wouldn't make a lot of sense because you'd have to be wearing it outside all day. And nobody's wearing, like, you have to wear them in shops and on transport and museums and cinemas and stuff. Those are all enclosed. Why would you be wearing one all day outside? Like, nobody would be wearing one all day inside. Obviously, it doesn't take all day to sunburn, but that's okay. Rich, can you see Patrick Bamford being Leeds' main striker next season? No, they've signed that Augustin bloke. They think they'll probably try and sign someone else, but they should definitely give him a go. He won't be the main striker next season. I'll probably be getting a job soon when I start sixth form. What would you like to do? I have applied for another job. So yeah, that's interesting. I was just coming back to Bournemouth. They've got so many good players. They've got King. They've got Lerma. He's pretty useful. They've got Lewis Cook, who'd be absolutely amazing. Callum Wilson, David Brooks. Billings, quite good. They've got some quite good players, actually, for that. They should have probably survived. Not even sure yet. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend my job. But, obviously, people have different likes. People like different things. Personally, I can't understand Liverpool fans who hate Man City more than Man United. How can you hate anyone more than Man United's Liverpool fan? I tell you for why. Probably because a lot of the fans are younger, so don't resonate with Manchester United being the massive powerhouse that they are. They think of Manchester United like post Fergie. So if you grew up, and you're like 16. So Fergie would have left 7 years ago. So you'd have only been 9. So that's probably what it is. Most fans, most of Bournemouth's players don't deserve to be in the Championship. No, they'll have a big clear out. Oh, have they announced it? Announced? What? Sorry. No one doing GCSEs or A levels will ever get a longer holiday than what I have done. No, they won't. It's once in a lifetime. Aren't we lucky? Me and my family had to wear masks. Me and my family had to wear masks at my nan's funeral, and they had to do the same in the limousine to go to the church. It just makes sense to protect everyone. Everyone wants to be there. Probably because City and Liverpool are going head to head for the title for the new few years. Good. Yeah, it's just because of what I said. Because if you're like 13, then for your whole life, Man United have been pretty poor. So like Man United growing up for me are under Fergie, winning everything, and all of the people I went to school with supporting them because that's what they did, and they're the best team, and they're amazing, and Hereford are rubbish. So try to get a part-time job, which links to what you were doing at sixth form. That's what I did. And when I left, they offered me a permanent job. It gives you a good experience. That's really, really, really handy advice. Really handy advice. I like that advice. Man United, Arsenal, Man United, Max haters more. Man United could get relegated and would still be the biggest game. The times have changed since then. It's a lot different now than it was then. It's a lot different now. I remember Liverpool fans were a powerhouse in the 70s and 80s, hated them and still do. That's what it is. They're like the best team, and everyone in the world supports them because they're the best, and nobody's got a creative bone in their body and couldn't possibly watch I don't know, Rochdale. It's easy to support a big club. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. It's hard supporting a team who don't win. Hereford once went 9 games without scoring a goal in 2007. How boring do you reckon it was watching them? But yeah, that's what it is. It's just what they're used to. If you were born in, let's say, 2009, you wouldn't know Man United of the old. You just know Man City and this massive, massive, giant team who have the world's best players. So it makes sense for you to know them and have a problem with them and not have a problem as much as Man United. And also, having said that, there's social media, and I think that's a big impact on how things are. I hate Liverpool, Man United, and Manchester United. I hate Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester United. They all wear red. Yeah, and you also hate Norwich, and they wear yellow. In 15-16, we only won one game in the first half of the season, and that one game we won, I was match mascot. Interesting. That's really cool. I've never been mascot. My dad wouldn't pay because he's tight. I got into football in 2014 World Cup, but I knew Man United were amazing under Fergie. Yeah, but if you don't have that education, then you might think otherwise. End of the day, if I grew up and my dad said, I really, really hate Fulham, they're the worst club in the world, and all he said was talk about was Fulham, then I'd be like, Fulham are horrible. But he didn't like Man United. So, yeah. Mine wasn't even paid. I won it through a raffle at the end of the season. That's good. That's really cool. Really cool. We all hate Leeds. See, obviously, some people of a certain age will really, really dislike Leeds, and it's the same thing. And it's probably why a lot of people hate Manchester City at the moment, because they're the best team around. Who do you think City will get in the next round of the Champions League, Mike? So you got Lyon. So I'm a little bit approaching it with caution because they beat City last year, and I think they drew in the other game. So they have got a better record in the last season than City against Lyon. I've never really known Leeds to be good up until recently. I remember travelling to Sutton in the FA Cup only to lose 1-0 and seeing managers get sacked by the club left, right and centre. So you're a little bit younger than me, but I can remember Leeds in the Premier League. But I can't remember them in the Champions League and being like quite a good side. So I can just remember them being in the Champions League, in the Premier League and getting relegated. And then obviously I can remember everything since with all the problems. Losing in the final of the Championship playoff final, and then getting relegated to League One, having the 15-point deduction, and then getting into the playoffs and losing, and then losing to like the likes of Hereford, and then Histon, I think you lost to as well in the FA Cup. And also so many managers like the Dennis White, Gary McAllister, Dave Hockaday. So it's been a really, really rough ride for Leeds. Who do you think will get relegated from the Premier League next season? Jacob, thank you for tuning in. It's too early to tell. I think it's too early to tell. We're playing teams like 3 leagues below us, but good to see us winning these games convincingly, as in the past we've drew or scraped to win or even lost. It's so hard to tell with like friendly games. Who's more inept, Boris or Rick Parry? I think that Boris has a little bit more riding on his shoulders than Rick Parry. A lot of people don't know why they hate us because of previous generations, I would say. Ipswich smashed Leeds the season we went down, and Leeds fans were still crying. I don't think they really like cared, but I think they did really want to like get promoted, and I don't think it made much difference on the last day because Sheffield United were already up, weren't they? Yes, Sheffield United were already up because Villa drew with Leeds in that game. What opinions on the Chelsea rebuild? Hi, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I think it's going quite well, in my opinion. I think it's quite good. I quite like the idea of Ziyech, and I also like the idea of Werner. So I think they're doing really, 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 really good stuff. More people hate Liverpool because of their fans than their 80s success. Well, Liverpool fans are quite Marmite. I'll leave it at that. It's the same with me hating Man United only because family members and Bolton fans hate them. Yeah, it's a similar sort of thing. Sometimes you don't know why we don't like them. Some like rivalries. Same with me. Sorry, I will just read that one. I was at the game where Leeds were relegated at Bolton, but obviously I was only 3, so I don't really remember it. Right, okay. So a long time ago. Could be able to go if a big club comes calling. I think he seems quite a loyal person, but if a big club come calling, which they probably wouldn't, only abroad would really want him, I would say. Kate doesn't finish for another hour. Right, I'm just going to pop down and get a drink, so I won't be a minute. So if you do put your question in the chat, and then I'll answer them when I'm back. I'm just really, really, really thirsty. Right, sorry about that. Where was I? The only thing I know about Leeds' Bolton game was Vidoka got sent off and Leeds fell apart after that red based off the highlights. I've never watched it. I just know Leeds got relegated. And I think that was the same season as Arsenal went on in the Invincibles. So that's what I really, really, really watched. I remember watching it at my uncle's house. I don't like Man United Liverpool because most of their fans have never been to their ground. I think a lot of them are from abroad. Like a lot of the ones that I know have probably been there once at least. I remember when Liverpool lost 3-0 to Watford. every Liverpool fan blamed Lovren even though the whole team was bad. I think they were missing Henderson that day, if I remember correct. Bad things can happen, but the team, like sometimes things happen and it's just one player's fault, like Karius. But yeah, it was a really, really poor performance. Hey Mike, I'm on my Xbox but sending chats on my phone. How are you? I'm really, really good, Toby. How are you doing, my friend? But it's weird seeing me in, like, big. Okay, Rich. Hi, Mike. Hope you're well. Chris, thanks so much for tuning in. How you doing, my friend? Not easy for people who didn't live in the city to get to the stadium. Yeah, it is. It's. I think a lot of them have, though. I think a lot of them have, and even if you haven't, it's hard. Not everyone can afford to go. And that's like the reality of like life. Just because you're not well off, you should, it's like, well, you should still be able to support a team. So there's a lot more factors in it than you think. I know this looks like wee, but it's apple squash. I feel a lot better now I got that drink. Sorry I'm late, I was just watching the Joker film at the same time. Ah, nice. How's it going? I never watched it. I'm good, nearly drowned after I fell off a jet ski, but other than that, it's been good. Weather's stunning and down my caravan, so alright, thanks. That's good to hear, Toby. Did you know that in Wales you start to wear face masks, do you? In shops. It's only in England and Scotland, I think. You don't judge a fan from where they have been. Judge them on their loyalty. I mean, Liverpool have never had massive hardship, but yeah, I understand that. Barbers with a customer or staff cutting hair now require masks too. Is that right? I'll have to look that up. Barbers. News. Here we are. Oh yeah, it says they have to. Alright, it's in the law now. I need to make sure I realise that because I do have a haircut at some point next week. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to my haircut now. So you don't drink Pepsi Max anymore. So yeah, so it's sort of a thing where I've gone to basically Kelly was like, oh, we went from not eating meat and eggs and milk and all that kind of thing to being vegan. Maybe we should just cut out Pepsi. And she drinks like Coke Zero. And I was like, no. But I said I'd give it a go. And she's not actually started yet. But yeah, I've been without mine for a while. So yeah, I drink. I'll probably start drinking it again, but I'll probably just have it in like reduced amounts. I still have it like when I go out like to like a restaurant thing. I have 81 Ipswich tops now. That's absolutely crazy. I live in London. Got a season ticket for Ipswich. Try and go everywhere. Do videos too. That's really good. You're a very, very good fan. I'm from Wales and a United fan. I've been to the stadium. I've still been called plastic. People don't understand that you can't be a proper supporter without being there or not from there. I think it's just like a thing to like show you're such a good supporter, but you do support Swansea as well, and that's where I assume you're from, like near. Okay, Mark. Let's talk about how Red Manx used VAR to cheat even more. It's weird how many penalties they have. I had to wear one when I got mine done. Didn't like wearing it all, but I have to wear it at work now, so I can take off our customers in store. Exactly the same at Tesco. don't have to wear one like before customers come in or when we're in the back, but we have to wear one in front of them. So that's just how it is. Liverpool are VAR kings. Do you still drink Pepsi Max? So yes, I still drink Pepsi Max when I go out for a meal at the restaurant or whatever, or if I get a drink from like the shop, then I'll get a Pepsi Max. But I don't drink it in the house. I haven't had it in the house all week, I don't think, or certainly like 5 days. Is it me or bigger clubs like Sunderland, locally Swansea? Yeah, so you're still supporting your team. You know, you're still making a difference to Swansea. Bigger clubs like Sunderland, us more at risk of corrupt owners coming in due to the fact they'll be a limit in spending part of the salary cap, therefore higher chance of profit. Potentially. Doubt it. Potentially, though. Potentially. They get a lot of pounds because they have positions to win them. That is one way of looking at it. As long as they're like won fairly, obviously they've been checked by VAR, so there's not really a lot you can do. Hey, Mike, it's Lenny. Hi, Lenny. Who do you think will win the Champions League? Barca versus Napoli, and do you think Chelsea can beat Bayern tonight and get in? So absolutely zero chance that Chelsea get through. I'm going to regret this later when it's like, you know, you've totally got the wrong end of the stick. I wonder if I got any more messages. No. So no chance of Chelsea getting through. Barcelona versus Napoli. That's a drawing at the moment, is it? 1-1. That's what I thought. I think Barcelona will get through in that one. That's my opinion. Thoughts on Manchester City's win last night? I was really disappointed with Real Madrid. I thought they were very poor, especially at the back. But yeah, I thought City deserved to go through. And it's a big one. It's a big one. It's a big side knocked out of the Champions League for the first time in a long time. Sounds like VAR screens will be used more often next season. The only thing that needs improving is the time taken for VAR to check and then either recommend or tell the ref to look themselves. Yeah, that's something that needs to improve, how long it takes. But yeah, it's something that definitely needs to improve. But it's hard implementing while getting the right decision, I think. So I think it's going to take a little bit more time. I think it'll be a couple of seasons' job. Chelsea have no chance. Liverpool, no Liverpool. I just can't see it. Oh, Kelly's closed all our rings on her watch. I've not done very well on my watch today, and she's going to be like, I've beaten you again. I'm like, oh. Right. Rich got tuning back in. To be fair, on Real Madrid, they were without Ramos, who sort of lead on the pitch, and they looked lost at him. Exactly. That's very true. Very true. He was just not... They looked lost without him, like you said, and they really struggled at the back. Varane gave the ball away twice for the goals. It was really poor, but they were giving the ball away all over the pitch. But yeah, good. Real Madrid were not the team they once were. When I was a boy, they were really good. They had Zidane, Ronaldo, Figo, Beckham, and then they sort of lost this place, and they brought in Cristiano Ronaldo and of course Kaká about 2009. And they become the obviously in like 2015, between 2015 and 19 or whenever it was when they won all the Champions Leagues. I think they won 15, 17, 18. No, 18, 17, 16 and 14. I think they would have won. Did Ramos make the right decision in the first game by getting sent off? So they only lost by 1 goal or 2 goals. And should have perhaps given away a penalty whilst making the ball. I think that he made the right decision, because I think if they'd have gone 3-1 down at home, they'd have probably gone out anyway. So yeah, I think so. I think it's a massive shame how they play, because they look brilliant in the league since the restart. I haven't actually watched any of La Liga. I don't get the channel, but yeah, it was a surprise to see how poorly they played. The Spanish clubs have fallen. It's hard to tell. People have said that about the English clubs. It's just Barcelona might still get to the final and win it, so they're still in it. Atletico Madrid might tip to win the Champions League. Yes, that's an interesting one. Okay, I really do fancy one of the like rich clubs like City or PSG. PSG should get past Atalanta, and I'd say Atletico Madrid would beat Leipzig, and then it would be City and Lyon, and City should beat Lyon, but like I've said, I have to express my concerns. And then Bayern potentially versus Barcelona, or Bayern versus Napoli, or Chelsea versus Barcelona, or Chelsea versus Napoli. So, but like I say, I think it will definitely be Bayern Munich. So yes, I could go either way. I want to see Barcelona win it. They haven't won it in ages, have they? I think they won it in 2015. Could potentially be an all Europa League final. I think they draw each other before that, but I could be wrong. I think they've already drawn it, but it'd be nice to see Wolves in the final. It'd be great to see Wolves in the final. Man City versus Bayern in the final, potentially. Or the final is impossible. Right, I think it would be... I'm not sure who it would be. It's hard to tell, but I'd like to see City get to the final, obviously. We've been streaming for an hour and 13 minutes. Thanks so much to everyone who's tuned in so far. It's getting very hot in here, so I won't be streaming forever. I need to put the air conditioning on. Bayern versus Atletico Madrid. It would be Bayern, Barcelona in the quarters if they both go through, so that increases City's chances. Yes, it does. It certainly does, but you never know how these things go. They could get knocked out by anyone because they lost to like Southampton. So just how it is. You never know. But yeah, I have applied for a new job at 3, the phone company, and I passed the assessment. So now they're going to have somebody manually review. It says you'll now be reviewed by one of the resourcing team, and you'll be put forward for the next process of the selection process. Next step of the selection process. So that sounds positive. As much as I like working at Tesco, it's so early in the morning, and it's too early, I think. I'm happy to stay there, but I'm looking for something else. I'm annoyed we have no control over the Champions League. Well, it's alright, you can just take loads of photos of it anyway. Hope you get it. Thank you so much. I hope Wolves in the Europa League. It would be great to see Wolves in the Champions League. That would be a massive step. Even Liverpool couldn't do it this in 2020, and it still remains that no English club have knocked out Madrid in the European competition since we did in 2008, which Aguero got a red in the first leg. Yes, I am fully aware of that stat. I have a mate who works for 3, and he said that they treat their workers brilliant and it's a good environment to work. Yeah, I looked on, there's mixed reviews, but a lot of them are really, really positive. And I know that Kelly works at Apple, and she says she's really happy there. And there was a few bad reviews, but mostly good. And it's a similar situation with 3. So yeah, and I thought it could get my foot into the door in the tech world, and maybe make a difference, and they'll be able to but they might not want me, and that's fine. Aguero knows how to get red card against us but not score. Yes. Well, I'm sure he'd score against you now. But yeah, so I think 3, a great chance for me. A great opportunity for me. If I get an interview, then I'd be absolutely delighted. I have to get some new clothes because none of my clothes fit. Because I've lost so much weight. Even this tops I bought in March. That's too big. Too big. But that's the problem when you lose weight. The final this year can't be worse than the final last year. Last year's final was absolutely horrendous. I'll be watching Barcelona versus Napoli. Is that the only tie worth watching? Is Bayern have knocked out Chelsea realistically. So I'll probably be watching none because Kelly gets back at 7. Well, she finishes work at 7. She'll be probably walking home until about past, and she needs to drive from the car park home. So I probably won't put anything on. She's had a long day. She probably doesn't want to sit there and watch football. So we'll probably have a nice evening of Hell's Kitchen. Last year's final was ruined by a penalty in the first 20 seconds. Yeah, that really did put a downer on it. And, there's always a debate to this day whether it was a penalty or not. But that was the decision given. That was the decision given. So yeah, if you miss my streams, then let me know, because I am planning on doing one on Tuesday. But like I said, I do work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So I might be tired on Tuesday. Wolves versus Sevilla. It was so bad because Liverpool players didn't try. They even knew Spurs would bottle it since the pen. My local team, Carlisle, have made 8 signings so far. That's really good. Really good. I wonder if I recognise any of the Carlisle players. I said earlier on the stream that I'm not looking forward to going to Carlisle because there's nothing there and it's bloody ages away, but I need to go there to complete my thing. Rod McDonald, he played for Hereford, the defender. He played for Hereford. So I remember him before he went into the Football League with AFC Wimbledon, I'm going to say. So yeah, he's really good. Well, I'm hoping he's still good. His arm was unnaturally bigger as part of the new law, which led to the penalty award. It just felt wrong, though, didn't it? It just felt really wrong. Just felt really wrong. Who else you got? God, that's really bad. I don't know any of these players. Luis Alessandra, I think I heard of. I think he played for Morecambe at some point. Yeah, Morecambe. That was years ago. That's so bad. It was soft, but it was a pen. Do you watch Mystery Diners on Food Channel? Better than Hell's Kitchen? No, I've never watched that. What's it like? What's it like? No, I've never watched that. Never watched that. But no. Is it on the like a food YouTube channel, or is it on? We needed a player like Rod McDonald. Yes, yeah, he's good. Who did you want to win that final? I wanted Tottenham to win the final, but it wasn't an easy decision. But I definitely wanted Tottenham to win. Yeah, definitely Tottenham. Definitely Tottenham. Yeah, I just, because obviously Tottenham knocked out City, but I just couldn't bring myself to want Liverpool to win anything, because I knew they'd be all over the top about it. It's 11. It's on a food channel. What's it called? Mystery Diners. Here we are, Mystery Diners. Can I download that, or is it? No, I don't have the right package to download that, so we would have had a better chance if Lucas started. Yes, you're probably right. Exeter's nearest teams are teams in London, FGR and Cheltenham. I would imagine, well, I know for sure, obviously I live in Exeter, that Forest Green and Cheltenham would be much closer than London. But yes, I did see that, because Plymouth went up, Swindon went up, and so they're a bit isolated down there. I will try and watch Exeter next season if I get a chance to, but no, I probably won't, which is a real big shame. Hoping Carlisle get promotion. Should be a League One club, really. Always underachieving. I remember Carlisle in the conference in 2005. I think they got promoted from the conference to League Two with Michael Bridges, and they had Matt Glennon as well. If you know any of those players, Carlisle are a bit too with Barrow and Morecambe, but not as far as Exeter. Yeah, Barrow got promoted. That's really, really good for them. Everyone wanted Tottenham to win except Arsenal fans. Yes, pretty much. Tottenham fans have always been more over the top. Would have been way over the top, and rightly so. It would have been there first and would have made them even with Arsenal. But it would have been their first one. Liverpool treated as if it was like the best thing in the world. So it would have been similar, but Tottenham hadn't won anything, and they have taken so much slack for it. Good, Mark Simpson, back-to-back promotions. Yes, yeah, that's him. Yep, that's who I was on about. They finished third. They finished second that season, but didn't get promoted. Obviously, because it took us 3 times finishing in the playoffs to finally get promoted. But when we did, wasn't it worth it? Looks like I got lipstick on. Is it as bad in there? No, it's not as bad in the video, in the actual stream. I'm glad Liverpool aren't in the Champions League. The second leg should have been allowed to go ahead, considering Madrid was in lockdown and Madrid matches had already been suspended. Absolutely crazy that it was allowed to go ahead. I couldn't believe it. The government and UEFA still believe it was the right decision to. I mean, that and Cheltenham going ahead as well was strange. You know, we can all say how we would have done it differently, but we needed to lock down quicker. That's just my opinion. But obviously we can't change it now. It was money. Yeah, money. Money is the reason we come out of lockdown so soon. You know, another couple of weeks and we might be in a better position. Seems like things are starting to rise, but are they starting to rise, or are they just starting to rise in the northwest, or is everyone else getting really concerned about it? Aren't the rest of the Champions League games being played in Lisbon from the next round? Yes, yeah, I think so. I think they are. Which, at least they're all in the same sort of camp, I guess. So there's no player, there's no people moving and bringing it over and stuff like that. So it makes a little bit of sense to do it that way. Aberdeen too had an outbreak. Yeah, but Aberdeen's outbreak's probably like 3 people. It's irrelevant because Scotland's cases are so low. But yes, and they had some positive in Aberdeen players, didn't they? And that's what caused I was going to watch the game today because there's literally nothing else on, but I couldn't because the game was postponed. No Bolton fan, just not a fan of Liverpool personally. In the southwest, it's rising a bit. It's not actually rising. The R rate is just high because there's not many cases, so people hand it off a little bit more easy. I'm sick of the abuse of Adrian from our fan base. Just a reminder, who was in goal for 8 games and played a part in winning the league. Yeah, I did see your status about that earlier. I'm not sure he made that massive impact, but Sturden had a go at Aberdeen players as they apparently broke rules. Ooh. Internet saved people in lockdown, YouTube did. I didn't watch too much YouTube, to be fair. Um, 758 cases confirmed today. That's down from like the 800-900 that it has been. So that's something, but it is a weekend. Here in Manchester, lockdown regulations have been put in place. So don't know what Man City fan are going to do travelling to Lisbon. So Man United will be in the same sort of problem, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they? So I think that Wolves game's taking place in Germany. So I'd imagine Man United's game's also taking place abroad as well. But you'd imagine they'd have to just self-isolate until the game happened and then self-isolate afterwards. Sports teams are exceptions when it comes to quarantine. Not sure why. What? 1F9? Who's 1F9? I'm really confused. Who's... Right, I need to go on to my, like, people I have as moderator. Who is at 1F9? I'm starting to... I need to go on to... I'm really confused. I assume it's like Exope, but it could be it could be someone else. He basically cost us the treble, wasn't there? But these Liverpool fans are clearly a minority anyway. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, so I understand that Manchester's in a difficult situation, but yeah, it does seem like they're allowed to. Oh, right, it is Exope. It is Exope. All right, okay. I was really confused because you changed your name. Really confused. And you haven't got that bloke as your picture. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been like 9 months or something, but thanks so much for tuning in anyway. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Tyndall Wright appointment for Bournemouth. Well, I think it's quite a safe appointment, isn't it? It'd be interesting to see. Never heard of it. So good. If you was a supporter of a European club for the 2-leg games, normally same with playoffs, would you rather be at home or away for the first leg? Away. I think I'd rather be at home for the first leg and away for the second leg in Europe. Because if you're away at home, if you're away in the second leg, you know if you score, everything can change. But you know if you're the other way and you're at home, you know if the away team scores, it changes everything. So that's something to consider. But if you go away and if you play at home first and you lose, it's almost guaranteed. But yeah, I think I'd rather play at home first. But in normal. Football league and whatever, I'd rather have home leg second. Sorry, sack bite. Juventus, yes, yeah, I did see this. It'd be interesting to see who they go for. I think they want the Champions League. I think that's one of their big aims. So it'd be interesting to see who they decide. But I think that's their aim. I think they're a bit annoyed that they didn't get that. At least, round of 16 for Juventus is poor. It's normally the lower place teams who start at home first. Yeah. I'm familiar with how the playoffs work, but I think in a straight knockout like the National League, it makes sense to have the home team at first, like in the National League, but. It's always difficult. You're always going to annoy someone. Zidane is favourite. So he has the Champions League calibre, doesn't he? He has the Champions League calibre. Pochettino favourite. Not so much Champions League calibre, but he would bring a different style of football and a bit more positivity than Sarri. Sarri is very, 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 very dull. The away goal rule is stupid. Makes it interesting, though, doesn't it? Especially for streamers like me who have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. If I had to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I don't want extra time. I was going to make a video on the Championship final, right? And it got to extra time, and I was like, I just can't. I'll be up until like 11 o'clock, and I'll be absolutely exhausted in the morning. Chips and curry sauce from Chinese for tonight. Nice. Exope, I don't know if you know this, but I've gone vegan. I'm now vegan. I've been vegan for 6 months. That's something interesting about me. So, yeah. And for everyone else who doesn't know, vegan. I don't eat any meat or animal products. Away goals at times is it like golden goal. It makes everything so much more interesting. It really does. How much less interesting would the Barcelona PSG game been if Cavani goal would have just been a normal goal and it didn't count towards away goals? Because that goal changed everything. Instead of needing 4, they needed 6. I needed 6 in 90 minutes. So that changed everything. Would Zidane leave Madrid though? I don't think so, but he did play for Juventus when he was younger. You can eat curry sauce and chips then. Yes, I can. I can eat curry sauce and chips. If I go to chip shop, I usually just have just chips. It is very hot, JJ. Johnny Gooch, hang out, tune in. What do you think of sports bubbles for the Prem? NHL playoffs are currently in 2 bubble cities with the least COVID cases. It makes sense, but it's the NHL is obviously played across America and Canada. I think it's in Canada anyway. I could be wrong. So it makes sense for it to do that. However, with the UK, it's such a smaller country. It's such a smaller country that I don't think it's really necessary. I think they're doing it okay. Vegan, no, couldn't do that. Me, honestly, right? I was literally your typical meat eater. I ate meat with everything. I had McDonald's all the time. I had kebabs. I had curries all the time. I literally ate loads of meat in literally every single meal. And then I started eating like a little bit less and having like the odd thing that didn't contain any meat. And then my girlfriend was like, "Do you want to go vegan for the week?" And I was like, "No, not really. We should just go vegetarian and ease into it." And she was like, "Oh no, we should definitely do that because I don't want to eat chocolate. I want to stop eating chocolate because I consume so much chocolate." And I was like, "Okay, we can do it for the week." And we got after a week, and I was like, "Oh, it feels wrong to start eating meat again." So we did it, and then we just carried on. And now I know like loads about the meat industry and stuff like that. So I wouldn't ever go back, and neither would she. But yeah, it's really, really nice. I really enjoy it. So yeah, it is boring. National League's playoff system is better than the EFL. It makes everything a little bit more exciting, in my opinion. Brendan Rodgers is a great manager, but a huge bottler. Leicester will finish 11th next season. Yeah, I can't see them finishing where they finished this season. Pirlo is going to be the new manager. He's already been chosen by the president. Last details completed according to Fabrizio Romano. So that's an interesting one. I forgot about chocolate. Yeah, you can't have chocolate. Well, as Theo says, you can get vegan chocolate, and some vegan chocolate is horrible. Galaxy do one, which is okay. I have the orange one. That's quite nice. But yeah, she doesn't eat much chocolate anymore. I have a problem with vegan pasties. I keep bringing them home, and my girlfriend keeps getting really, really annoyed because I keep bringing them home. I used to bring one home every day from work, and now I don't have them as much. But I eat the same sort of foods. I just eat a vegan one. Isn't there a thing known as vegan chicken or something? Yeah, so you get like vegan chicken, but it's basically just like soy beans, like protein, and then it's made into like burgers or like pieces or anything you can imagine, really, nuggets and stuff like that. So it's just the same. It just doesn't have any meat in it. Leicester aren't that bad. No, I just don't think I think you've had like a really, really good season, but with the Europa League, I think you'll just struggle a little bit and just struggle a little bit more. Green and black vegan chocolate is really good. I'll have to try it. Can vegans bite their fingernails? Yes, I bite my fingernails all the time. You can do whatever you want. It's not affecting an animal, is it? The aim of a vegan is not to stop animal cruelty, because it's impossible to stop animal cruelty, but it's to reduce it. So that's what I try and do. You're going to lose all your players. Can't see anyone leaving Liverpool apart from Chilwell. Yeah, Chilwell could be. Sorry, Leicester. Right. Forest Green or Vegan Club. Yeah, I'd like to go there and try some of their food. I have been there since they've been vegan, but at the time I was really young and didn't really care. And my dad never used to let me get anything anyway. So, yeah. Wolves struggled at the start of the season due to the Europa League. Yes, very true. Because Wolves' season, obviously they've had the break, started in July. So they've been playing football on and off for 13 months. So that's something to consider. And also, there's games today taking place for the preliminary rounds of the Champions League. And the Champions League is also round of 16 is also taking place. Absolutely crazy. Liverpool Legend, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Really appreciate you tuning in. If you could pig out on any meat takeaway, which would it be? I really do miss like kebabs, like I used to get from the chip shop. But yeah, I don't miss it as much as you think. Maybe like a McDonald's would be nice, but I don't see any reason why they can't just make a vegan burger. Like, if McDonald's made a vegan burger, I'd be so fat. I'd put on all 7 stone that I've lost. But yeah, I'd probably have a kebab. I wouldn't because I have kebabs now, just not with any meat in. But yeah, I do miss that. But I miss things like curry that comes in yogurt and stuff like that. That's what I quite miss. FGR apparently kick fans out for swearing, including home fans, so hopefully more clubs follow suit and discourage swearing in front of children. They do. Probably should have like a family stand, maybe. Oh, hey Siri. I didn't speak to Siri. McDonald's do have a vegan burger, get a veggie supreme without the cheese and mayo. Yes, yeah, but I mean like a proper like meat substitute burger, not just the veggie dippers. I've never actually had no, I have had the veggie burger, but I usually have the dippers when I go to McDonald's. They're all right, but yeah, there's plenty of option. Burger King better than McDonald's. My my girlfriend's sister is currently working at Burger King. Once again, no vegan options, so can't go there either. KFC do a vegan burger, which is nice. But yeah, I did not see myself coming vegan at the start of the year, but here we are. No, we've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. Do you not have any wool in your house then? So basically, if I had like leather shoes, or I have like a woolly jumper, and I went vegan, what I would do is just not buy any more wool. I wouldn't buy any more leather, but what I would do is keep it if I wanted to, because I've already bought it, and if I throw it away it's just going to waste. So yeah, there are good vegan options out there. Just got to experiment with what you like and what you don't like. I think that's what some people really like forget, is that you have something like, oh, that's not very nice. I have stuff all the time I think, oh, that's not very nice, but there are stuff that is really nice. Like Tesco do 8 meat-free burgers and they're frozen, and they don't taste like anything. They taste horrible. But I don't get them. I get other burgers, and they're nice. So yeah, it's just all about experimenting. But yeah, I really enjoy being vegan. I certainly wouldn't go back now. But I don't like to, preach that. Obviously everyone can do whatever they want. I'm going to London in October to celebrate Kelly and I's anniversary, for those that are interested. We would have been together for 5 years. And yesterday was 5 years since we met for the first time. So yeah, that's interesting. It's an interesting one. And she really didn't want to come out to the rescue, and then she did, and she was like, I really don't want to come, and I was like, so yeah, she really didn't want to go out to where we met, but obviously she did, and now we're together for almost 5 years. Thank you, Theo. It's nice. It's nice. She's an amazing person. I wonder how seriously Everett decides to take the crap EFL trophy as it says trophy at Wembley. Wembley, whether it's a competition or the FA Cup. I would imagine if I was Ian Everett, I would focus on the league and focus on the league. That's it. Wouldn't even bother with the EFL trophy. Somebody relevant could win that, like Southend. No, Southend got relegated. Like just a mid-table irrelevant club. That's who should be aiming for that. Somebody like Blackpool. That's who their aim should be. Try and get in the playoffs. Maybe do well in the EFL trophy. But if you're so focused on promotion, nothing else matters. What if I played the youth team and got fined 15,000 for each time? Yeah, that's the rule now, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy. I was being sarky about Chelsea. Jesus Christ, I haven't commented for ages. Oh, right, okay. I think it's about the button get through. Yeah, definitely not. Leicester will concentrate on the Europa League and not the league. I suppose it's a way into the Champions League, isn't it? And they get into Champions League, then that's really, really good. I'm just seeing what time the thing kicks off. Obviously, the football starts at 8, but I'm wondering what time it went on the TV. I'm on the wrong channel. That starts at 7. And Barcelona starts at past. I need to make a tea. We're having pasta for tea tonight, I think. Not sure what she wants with it. She's not really told me. The EFL trophy gets a lot of hate, but I think it's a great opportunity to see a club which wouldn't normally have a chance to get to Wembley play there. I mean, it's not like as cut and dry as the FA Vars, but yes, certainly. What did you have for tea, Chris? The FA Vars, like, teams would never ever get to Wembley. But FA Trophy, slim, EFL, a little bit more chance. But I suppose if you get promoted and stuff, some teams have never gone to Wembley. Never saw Hereford get to Wembley, ever, and then they got to Wembley during the first time. I understand what you mean. It is a very, very slim opportunity to get to Wembley, unlike clubs in the Premier League. Like Arsenal will go there all the time. I think Championship clubs should be given a competition, maybe merge the EFL Trophy or Cup and give them a chance to win a trophy apart from the promotion trophy. No, because the Championship have the international break, so they'd have even more fixtures in a shorter time than the. Obviously, it probably wouldn't make a lot of difference, but that's something. I had margarita pizza, garlic bread with cheese, garlic dough balls, and chips. Very nice, very nice. Like I said, I had I had a pizza today. I got pizza from Morrison's. They have like a, you probably know, Chris. They have like a pizza area where they like make fresh pizzas, and I got one yesterday from there. Barbecue sauce too. Yeah, barbecue sauce is also vegan, which I have upstairs. And they also have a vegan mayo as well. Hellmann's do one. I'm having salmon risotto. That sounds really, really nice. I haven't had risotto for a long time. Reminds me of Hell's Kitchen because they always make it. But yes, we could have one of the most packed schedules next season, as games could get rearranged, as we could have quite a few internationals, if 3 or more, then the game gets suspended. Yes, potentially. Fresh pizza area, as I know from work, they have different areas. Yeah. That's where I got it from. It's vegan pepperoni. Can we stop? I am hungry now. Yeah, me too, but I can't make any food until Kelly's back. Here we are. Andrea Pirlo will become appointed new Juventus manager. Glad I didn't make a video about that. I'll be like, bloody, I don't know what he's talking about. He's mentioning Sarri. Sarri being sacked, and he's mentioning Zidane and loads of other people. I'm eating 2 cheeseburgers. And what are you having, Mike? Bird seeds with. I'm having bird seeds with grass. It's my favourite meal. I'll probably having pasta, and I'll probably do like sausages and maybe some nuggets as well. Do some cheese on it. That's probably I'll do. She seems to quite like that. So yeah, that's what I'll be having. Who's a better cook, you or Kelly? Oh, Kelly, 100%, because I didn't do any cooking until I didn't do any cooking until I moved here. So what I can make is very, very basic, but I can cook a little bit. But yeah, I couldn't make anything too complicated. But yeah, she's much better than I am. She's good though. She's good. Still doing her university work. The only cooking I've ever done is cooking you do in Key Stage 3. Yeah, I've made a fruit crumble the first time I had cookery in year 7. I used to really love cookery. My weird little fact, and none of you will care, but I love giving like weird information. There's this lady who was like the TA of the cookery class, and she always used to be really nice to me. And I said to my mum, "Oh, she's always really nice to me." She said, "Oh yeah, is her name like Mrs. Whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah." And you know what she said? "Oh, that's your mum. That's your dad's ex-fiance." And I was like, "Oh my god! No wonder she knows who I am. Probably knows that I'm his son." Oh, so yeah, that was a bit awkward. I always felt a bit weird, but she was always really nice, even though she obviously did. He was engaged to her. Up north, they eat fried rich chips with curry sauce mixed together. And not fried rich chips are, but do you mean like chips and curry sauce just like in a tray? Because Kelly used to have fried rice, chips and curry sauce. Right, that sounds fine. That sounds nice. I have a really bad headache. Maybe we should take some paracetamol. Not sure what's going on over there, Alf. Don't know if you can see, but his ear's up. Oh, it's gone down there. Chips and curry sauce are god tier food. Yeah, that's what Kelly used to have. Oh, she still has it. But one thing I'll tell you, and some of you will probably, Theo will probably know what I'm talking about because he's lived in like 2 different areas. Some of you will know what I'm talking about, but some of you won't. Chips are cooked differently and in different places. So at home, they're a lot more greasy, and down here they're a lot more not greasy, and they're more like oven chips that you get from they're still really nice, but they're not as like chippy chips as what we call them at home. And curry sauce tastes differently here as well. And none of the, I don't know what it's like up north, and I'm sure you'll have to tell me. None of the places have like kebabs. Chip shops just have fish, sausage, that kind of thing. And chips, that's all they do. But at home, they have kebabs, and they have like chicken, and they have the doner kebab as well. But here they don't have that at all, which I was really, really surprised about. I thought it was just like, it was quite a rarity, but it's everywhere. I've never been into a chip shop yet, and it's had that. Can anyone name a worse commentator than Stephen Manham? No, nobody can. He's absolutely awful. It's like every 5 seconds, like, isn't that right, Fletch? Oh, it's so annoying. My last meal on earth would be chips and curry sauce. I once went to Isle of Wight and felt weird that the south don't have gravy, but the north do. Yeah, it's very much a northern thing. Very much a northern thing. I had Alfie's up. Yeah, he's laid back down now. I don't know what he's up to. I had a burger the other day, and it was so like meat that I really, really, really struggled to eat it. And I knew it wasn't meat because it didn't taste right, but it just tasted so much like meat. That was really, really weird. Do you think we will bounce straight back? What a family. Hi Josh, thank you for tuning in. How you doing? It's so many things. There's so many things that are like up in the air. From my chippy, I always get a battered cheeseburger, fried chips, egg fried rice, and curry sauce. That sounds nice. Never had a battered cheeseburger before. think my brother used to get that. From the I've already done. Yorkshire fish and chips are the best in the country because I think it's because they cook it in animal fat. Oh, that means I wouldn't be able to have it up north. I'd have to check. Yeah, so it's just different. It's just weird how things are different. Don't know about Southern KFC, but KFC chicken is the worst when it comes to grease. Oh yeah, it's just how it is. But I obviously don't eat KFC anymore. Well, when I went to KFC, not the last time I went to KFC to eat meat, but the time before. Last time I went to KFC before I went home, before I moved here. 2 things happened that time at KFC. One, Kelly got really ill because it was raw. Right? It was all like pink in the middle. The second thing that happened is I ate a whole bargain bucket. Now, you might think that's incredibly greedy, but this is a really, really important thing because that kick-started my diet. And obviously I've lost 7 stone, as you all know. So, yeah. Big thing at KFC gravy is great. I've never actually had KFC gravy. In Manchester, though, they commonly cook chips in vegetable oil. Yes, that's like the case usually. It's usually in a separate fryer as well. So usually we're okay. It's I feel like this is what my typical streams are when I stream and when I do watch alongs. It's usually like loads and loads and loads and loads of stuff about football, and then we just slowly talk about food. Always been live for 2 hours. I will have to go soon just to put the food on. So I'll probably head off in a minute. If anyone has any more questions, I'd love to know. The only thing about KFC I'm not a fan of is the chips. Yeah, a lot of people complain about the chips. I went to a place called Absurd Bird the other day, and their chips, right, were like less salty, but exactly the same as McDonald's. Like honestly, if I'd got them from McDonald's, I wouldn't have known the difference. They were so like McDonald's. I actually thought they'd got them and just like they run out of chips, so they just put McDonald's chips in the bag. That's how it felt. They were so like McDonald's, But yeah, they do loads of like vegan fried chicken, which is just unbelievable. Got a reservation there booked a table on Monday, and then Wednesday I'm thinking about going to Pizza Hut. Mystery Diners, I did look that up, but I can't download the episodes because I don't have the box sets subscription. Burger King has the best chips and burgers. I used to really like Burger King. I used to have Big King XL, which had like 2 burgers and cheese, and then it had like pickle or gherkins, whatever you call them, on top. They changed the recipe at KFC chips, and they're still like receiving bad reviews. Probably won't be watching Chelsea as the other game as much. Yeah, I probably will. Jack, thank you for tuning back in. How you doing, my friend? If you haven't already liked the video, I'd really appreciate a like on it. It's on the food channel. I will keep an eye out for it. Yeah, I definitely keep an eye out for it. If it's something that you suggest, but what's it about? I've never heard of it. Jack, if you want me to check out your channel, comment on one of my videos, and I'll check your channel out. Just not on this one, but like comment on like one of my other videos, and I'll have a look at your channel. Ronaldo almost done a masterclass yesterday. Can Messi do it tonight? I think Barcelona will be okay and they'll go through. But stranger things have happened. But yeah, I think they'll be fine. There's a 15-minute gap before my comment appears. Is there? I'm not sure what that is. Is it like, is everyone else's comments showing fine? But yes, it's really quick on my screens. I'm not sure. Are you like delayed or something? No, it's very, very strange. Undercover diners who actually catch staff nicking and doing bad things to food. Oh god, that sounds awful. Scenes if Barcelona go out and then the draw opens to Man City. Yeah, I mean, it'd be good. I've commented on your Bournemouth video. Okie dokie, I will check out your channel. Alright, I'll see if I'm subscribed. As I said earlier, international rotations will be key for us. Yeah, that makes sense. It's all about like having a squad. I am subscribed to you, Jack. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you were... I saw your video earlier, actually. Yes, I know who you are. I am subscribed. Thanks for the comment. I'll check you out after. Comments are alright for me. Right, that's good. Small George. I think I was tuning in, Small George. It's been a quick minute. How are you doing? I'm surprised you're still here, Mike. Good to be back. Thanks so much for tuning back in. I am going soon, so feel free to get your questions in. And I'd love to hear all of your thoughts. This could be wrong, but I think the title is between us and Salford. Well, it depends how they approach the ban, the cap. It's good, bro. Cheers, I really appreciate it. No problem at all. No problem at all. I thought you looked like somebody I watched on TikTok or I've seen on TikTok. So, yeah, I definitely saw your video earlier. So, yeah, where do you think Hereford will finish? I think second. I think they will finish probably like just outside the playoffs this season. Carlisle winning the title. Yeah, I mean, surely with this that they've made so many signings, they will finish like. Surely they'll be looking at like aiming for the playoffs. Do you think the title will be close next season, or do you think someone will win? It'll be closer than this season. Where do you think is winning the Premier League next season? I think it'll be City or Liverpool again. But I think City need a lot more rebuilding. Depends how they rebuild. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's say a club makes 10k more than another. That's 10k they can't spend. Yeah, it is a bit strange. I think about doing YouTube again. Just have to wait for my new community to arrive. That's really good there. If you're looking for like new subs or whatever, then you're very, very welcome to come on the channel. Obviously, particularly when it arrives. Obviously, if you're not back till December, you need to find something to do. I'm tipping Carlisle to win the playoffs. Realistic, and that's very, very good. Do you think Liverpool changing a team and brand makes a difference? I don't really know what a brand, but like I don't understand what you mean. Ask a question again in simpler form. Thanks, mate. I really appreciate it. No problem, Theo. I'll always help you out. But yeah, if you want any like, if you want to come on a stream one day, I've not like streamed in a long time, so I'm not sure how like the viewing figures will be. Obviously, this stream's been pretty good, but I'm not sure how they'll be. Nike is Liverpool new sponsor. Oh, shouldn't make any difference, should it? City don't need rebuilding. They were unlucky this season. They are not behind Liverpool. It's us who need to spend. They need another defender. And they need to replace Aguero at some point. Do you think changing this Liverpool squad and the brand from New Balance tonight will make a difference? Surely it won't make any difference, because that's like something that is not even relevant, is it? I could return, but not 100% sure. If I do, I've got a different phone since last uploaded, so the quality and sound will be better. I mean, just do what's right for you. Obviously, it's hard now for me because I have a job, but yeah, if you enjoy making videos and then upload them, if you don't, then that's fine. Just be a commenter. That may give us a little bit more money. That's it. Yeah, that's it. It won't make any difference. It's just one of those things that doesn't make any difference. Have you seen Spurs' new away kit from this season? I'll have a look now. Is it this? Yeah, it's this one. I don't mind it, but it is a very, very peculiar colour. When you start a stream again, you'll get loads of numbers in. I hope so, dude. I hope so. Sorry, I missed loads of comments. Also, who do you think will win League 2 next season? I think Plymouth. Plymouth will be in League 1, so they can't win it. Yeah, I think Bolton won't be far away with the players they've signed. Liverpool need a backup left back and 2 backup wingers for Salah and Mane. That should be a priority for Liverpool. Salah Mane gets injured, a massive drop in quality. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem the kind of person who would invest massive money to it. I just can't see you spending loads of money. Jamal Lewis, I think, will come in. But I'm not sure what else they'll do. It'd be interesting to see. But Willian would be a really good fit. Somebody suggested Willian earlier. But it seems like City is where he wants to go. Arsenal. We've got Macron again. Done well since they took Ken to court. Although it's quite expensive, they do produce good kits. We had Macron when we first started at Hereford, when we reformed. And the shirt sizing were really like... People who were like XL had to go in a 3XL because the shirt sizing was weird. Everything was like small. Who was your standout man last season in the Premier League? Kevin De Bruyne shouldn't win the Player of the Year. When you stream again, seeing where they finished, Northampton, Bradford or Port Vale could challenge for it. I think Liverpool will sign Sarr, Lewis and probably Asea Mandy. Do you mean Islamia Sarr? He would be a really good sign. He would be quite a good sign. I'm excited to see new Liverpool. Leeds kits with Adidas now making them. Yes, that is very, very, very good. League 2 is good to get them, considering they're the sponsors of the referee kits for UEFA. Do you think Ake is a good signing for City? Yeah, I think he's all right. I did a video on it, but I have took it down because it didn't get any views. We're not... I think it's good. I think he's a good backup, but he's not going to be first choice. We're not spending club. People think we are because of the summer of 2018, but people need to realistic. No, we don't have mad money, sadly. You do have mad money. Theo, you've seen how awake it's going to be. We had Adidas for 2 years in Championship. Kind of wish we still had them. Ismail Sarr. I think Klopp can turn him into a 20 goal season. Maybe he is very, very good. Right, I'm going to head off. If any have any questions, let me know in the next sort of few seconds. Theo, you have to work. You're back. Yeah. He said to me he was back and do it. So, but thank you so much for everyone who tuned in. If you did enjoy, leave a like and check out some of my other videos if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Chris, thanks so much for tuning in. Liverpool Legend, thank you so much for tuning in. Professional Gun, thank you so much for tuning in. Chips, beef, and onion pie with a Savoy. I miss it all. Can't wait till next season. Jack, thank you so much for tuning in. Liverpool Legend, thank you so much for tuning in. It's Yam Burger Boy. Theo, thanks so much for tuning in. Rich, thanks so much for tuning in. Small George, thanks so much for tuning in. Callum, thanks so much for tuning in. Jack, thanks so much for tuning in as well. Nick, thanks so much for tuning in. And also Exope tuned in earlier as well. Thanks so much for tuning in as well. Thanks so much for everyone who tuned in. I really do appreciate it. 2 hours was an hour longer than I thought I'd be on stream, but I need to go and cook tea. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon.